So Dean can can do better explaining this than I can concerning the foundation, which concrete truck should be here tomorrow to finish. Okay, Dean, this down here is the rebar, right?
That's the rebar.
Okay, and so
the cement you see on the bottom are the footers.
Okay.
And the forms all around that have foam on both sides are what we're going to pour the cement into for the stem walls. So the foundation itself is going to be a crawl space, and it's going to come up to the level of the top of this wood. And then the supports in the middle will support the floor.
That's what that rebar is for?
Mm-hmm.
And what is this rebar for here sticking out?
It's all supporting the framing.
Okay.
To hold it up, because it's just being held up by that.
Okay. All right.
And then up front are 3 pedestals.
All right, well, let's walk up there. You can show me.
We're going to pour concrete in these 3 sonotubes, and those are going to be where the 3 main supports for the porch are. So the porch is going to be 6 feet wide and the length of the front of the house.
And it's got rebar all coiled in there
for support.
All right, so behind, right here, between that wall and that dirt right there,
it's going to get backfilled.
Backfilled with dirt.
That's all going to get, all the holes you see are going to get backfilled right up to close to the top of the forms, the wood forms you see.
Okay, so basically this actually, where this pillar here is,
front center of the house.
Right, so where should our front door be? So our front door should be right here in the middle. Yep. With that pillar?
Well, it'll be over there.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean like
yes,
in line. Okay.
And that pipe in the back is going to be the where the sewage goes out from the bathroom out.
Okay. Let's go back here.
To the septic tank, which has the 2 green caps on it way out back.
Okay, so you okay? So here's the septic, I mean the pipe that you're talking about. All right, and then I guess there's the trench leading out to the septic.
Tank of those 2.
Where you see that? Yeah.
To the left is the cistern.
Right, there's the septic down there, and then this is the cistern. Now is this 1,800 gallons?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And those are water tanks we're going to use for the garden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And perhaps topping off the cistern. And that's the trailer to haul the water.
Yeah. Now this is the, yeah, so here, yeah, each of these are like what, 300 gallons?
Yep.
And then you're going to build kind of like a lift with a pump. So they're not completely...
Pressurize it so that it is able to...
not be gravity fed.
Shoot out like a hose.
Yeah. And then of course this is the septic, and this is the fencing for the perimeter fencing for the garden. These are the wood posts for the perimeter fencing. I'm being careful because this is also where Dean found a bull snake. So be a second pair of eyes for me. I have the picture.
They don't eat much.
This is the sheet metal that are going to be the walls of the box, the raised bed gardens, and then we're going to get lumber that is going to be the supports. Also like some what do they call, like metal posts, like just to support the ends. They're like fence posts, but they're metal. This is exactly where that snake was. Alright, so now Dean did a little clearing over here.
This tree.
This tree here.
Dying. It's not dead.
Right, but it's dying. And actually, I don't know what kind of tree this is. Do you, Dean?
Which one?
This one here that you chopped on a little bit.
Juniper.
Juniper? But the wood is actually, it's really bright. Hold this for a second. I don't know if I can. The wood is actually really pretty. So, but we came in through the side little path here where that post is in the far back. And Dean, you might have to help me with this a little bit. Where's the next post for perimeter?
That's one. That's
right.
two.
I was going on this way. All right, so that's the far back. That's the second.
And that's the drain field.
Yep.
And the other corner is where that white flag is.
Okay.
And the final corner.
And where these two posts are here.
It's in this area.
Yeah. And it's going to come through here to that post.
Yep.
So 2 beds out here he has staked out are going to be 5 by 40. And then there's going to be one up here that's going to be 5 by 20.
That one's right here.
Right here, yeah.
The 2 big ones. And
Yeah.
And this is a cactus that's spraying up that I thought was cute, and I didn't want to mess with it, so
Yeah, we have some
we're
little
going to dig
things.
it up and replant it somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of little things springing up around here. But believe it or not, it looks really dry because it's cracked, but it's not. The soil,
And you can see the runoff, so we're
Yeah.
going to have to build up over here because you see how it runs off
yeah,
right down in there. So we're going to have to divert it away from.
maybe down where that white flagpole is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so Dean's going to be out here with the bulldozer, and he's going to grade this out where the beds are going to go and level it out. And then he's building the garden beds. He's my master builder. And then we're going to leave this berm. It's really kind of going down a little bit, probably with all the rain we've had.
You can rake it up and plant some
Yeah.
things on top of
Well,
it.
that's exactly what I was going to do, plant my vining things down this berm.
Another cactus.
Yeah, well, they pop up all over. Yeah, and
Wet
then,
behind you, too. So we've got to be watching these low spots. Are going to have to get.
yeah, and then this here that goes over the septic leach field around here. This is probably, I had Dean measure it out previous, and it's approximately 7 by 75. And yes, Dad, I raked this and graded it all by myself. I did 2 passes. I did it while the men were working on what you see up at the cabin site. And yes, my back hurt for the next couple days. I just didn't realize how much I was doing. And back east, with the humidity, my back would throb. But out here, you know, I just feel so good all the time. And that's what happens sometimes. I'm also looking for tracks, because we have seen them in the past. We have a trail cam that's got to go back up. We took it down because we thought we saw tracks out here one day. Yep, but we had tracks that were pretty deep. I could stick my fist into them and talk to some people that are really familiar with the area, and they were pretty certain it was a mountain lion. So we're putting up a trail cam. We have a trail cam to put back up. We took it down to see what we could see on it and just, you know, see what our predators were, but didn't catch anything big. So, and this is also the settee that Dean bought for me when we were out tooling around in town one day. It's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted to go in my garden nearby so we can sit and enjoy. But I know to many that this is not going to look like much. But to us, this is everything. And we're just getting started. We have a lot of plans. And
A lot of plans for me.
he's my master builder. But, you know, to have our own home with our own adjoining property, we have a large parcel here we're so happy about, where we can have, you know, chickens for our eggs. We're going to have a large garden on the leach field. I'm going to be planting like sunflowers and just wildflowers and just things to bring in the pollinators, make it beautiful. And then the raised beds, I'm going to have all of our vegetables. It's going to be about 600 square feet of garden space for vegetables, because 200 square feet of garden space is supposed to be enough to feed one person for a year. So since we're 2 people, I'm giving an extra 200 square feet for, you know, anything that could happen. You know, error, pests, anything can happen. So that's what we're trying to do. But and a lot of this stuff that you see is repurposed. Like, we did not buy these water tanks brand new. They are super expensive. And the sheet metal, you know, we went to the salvage yard and we got it for like 30 cents a pound, something like that. What is new is the perimeter fencing and those posts. But we're really excited about all of this. So
Gotta keep the deer out.
yeah.
We need a good 8 feet, and those posts are 8 feet.
So quickly, let's talk about water. So water out
There
here,
isn't any.
it's not true. So water out here, we do have rivers. We have the Animas River. We have the Florida River. Am I missing one?
Those are the 2 biggest. Animas is pretty big.
Right. But we're pretty high up. And of course, water doesn't flow up. So there's no drilling a well around here, right?
There's a good, I want to say 800 feet higher than, probably more than like 1,000 than the river down at the bottom. So we're up already high enough that reaching water, apparently for most people in this area, they haul it in.
Yeah.
They haul it in, so that's what we're going to have to do. Nothing's perfect,
No.
but
So with an 1,800 gallon cistern, I mean, do you have any idea how much that should last the 2 of us? It'll be hard to tell right now.
right. I think we might be able to get out with a few weeks if we're careful. And if we use these for the garden,
Right.
and we don't use the cistern water, which we're not going to use, I don't know, we're pretty wasteful back east.
Yeah.
And we learned a lot to not have the water running unless you need it.
Right.
And I don't know how much we've been going through, but I do know that back east, brushing your teeth, washing dishes, doing the dishwasher itself, you know,
Running the dishwasher when it wasn't completely full.
you know, everything like that is a lot of water. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
And I make the showers a little shorter and just don't keep the water on full blast. I think we can get away with, I'm guessing, a few weeks. I'm hoping at least a few weeks.
Yeah.
But we can have it either delivered, which isn't cheap, or I can also supplement by filling these. But again, these are only 300 gallons.
Well, now the
so
delivery isn't cheap, but the cost of the water is actually very affordable.
right.
So,
Delivering it is expensive because they buy it, they haul it,
right,
and it's the hauling.
right,
But we basically are on a system where the county gives us access to these water supply stations all around the county that you get 3,000 gallons a month free. So if we can do that, and it's not too difficult, not too terribly often, we'll do that as much as possible. You could almost say you could get away with it, almost get away with it free.
So what is the price after your free would you say 3,000 gallons?
3,000 and
Is that per month?
per month. And I forgot now. But hauling it in, between 8.5 to 10 cents a gallon.
So don't you have to be zoned a certain way to get that
No,
kind of price on
No,
water?
you just need to be in the county where there is no city water supply,
Okay.
and we are.
Yep.
Eventually, maybe in our lifetime, they'll get around to getting water down here, but as sparsely populated as it is out here, it's probably going to be a while.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's okay.
But hey, we're not the first. We're not going to be the last. And this part of Colorado was settled long before we were here. And, you know, we're going to do it. You know, nothing comes easy. Nothing worth having comes easy. And this is what we wanted to do. And so part of homesteading is finding things, repurposing things, not just going out to your local box store and buying whatever you need all the time. Just like, you know, for lumber, for the raised beds, we're going to go with a small local mill here that we're happy with and is quite fair and cares about their customers. This video specifically, especially for Dad, as he wanted to see all the goings-ons that's happening now. But our building materials are supposed to be coming tomorrow, and also finishing pouring the foundation tomorrow. So I will be back out here, and it's been really exciting, but it's really coming together. So there you have it. That is,
There you have it.
this is Rugged Mountain Homestead in its early formation. Maybe you can see how we came up with the name for it, but it is absolutely beautiful up here, and we can't wait to share more of it with you as we go further along.
Bye-bye.